Because I worked. A minute ago, you told us you had to release.
Hey, man. We're recording.
Hey, you call me white trash, I'm going to rebut.
Well, you're white trash. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second, Whoopi. I got to go drop this one off.
You're white trash woman, though.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to Shut Up Hypocrisy, starring Jason Bauman.
This is Jason here with my white trash co-host, Christopher Tees.
White trash, this
we
motherfucker.
got white trash royalty in the house, and Whoopi, she's also white trash. Her dad's in the Klan and then a biker gang or something, so, I mean, you may as well. It's pretty white trash. He knows a guy named Spadoinkle. What was his name?
I'm at least connected.
What was his name? Honey
trash.
Bear? Honey
Oh,
Boob?
Moondoggy.
Poondoggy.
Moondoggy.
Moondoggy.
Yeah, was Moondoggy also at the Bethel rally of 2020?
Oh my God.
Anyone-
A lot were. A lot of his friends
Anyone
were.
that knows someone named Moondoggy might be white trash. Or, I don't know, I guess that could be a street name too.
What
I
if
mean,
a
it's from a
billionaire
60s
couple
movie.
named their kid Moondoggy? That your whole theory would be out the window.
Hey, why was that hypocrisy calling you white trash for, I forget what I was calling you for.
Because I burped.
I believe you
Yeah,
were from
burps are gross.
Amelia, sir. You fit the bill.
5 minutes earlier.
I'm white trash.
5
I already
minutes
said
prior,
this.
for
I
those of you that
am
never
literally
saw that.
white trash royalty. I've said this many
Oh, you're
times.
the royalty.
Yeah, well, multiple people can be royalty. There's not just one
I
prince.
mean, only we went to Amelia High
There's a
School,
lot of
so.
princes.
I went to Amelia, but I also, as I've said before, my great-grandpappy was the Grand Dragon of the Klan. The other great-great-grandpappy was the King of the Hobos. My dad won $1 million on a scratch-off ticket. These are all strong white trash.
Is it all gone
I drink
now?
Mountain Dew.
He gave it all to his mom.
Because that
What, the money?
Yeah, he gave it all to
We're
his
not
mom.
going to talk about that.
it's got to be
but,
all gone for him to be white trash.
the
Just
mon-
winning isn't enough.
Nah, you
have to
can't get it
blow
all gone because they only gave you $50,000 a year for 20 years. A million's
Sure
not
tried.
a million, man.
It's really
Now-
not.
But here's
It's
the
really
options
not.
that he got. It was that 50, and then you got the full million at least,
Right.
Yeah.
or 300, or what was it, $400,000, and then taxed on top of that.
So you're walking away with
And
250.
we're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
taxing these poor billionaires.
But when
where
they
there's
give
all
you-
this lottery money on
when
the
they
Hey, how
give
about
you
they
the
just stop
50,000?
taxing bonuses?
Well, when they give
Sons
you the
of bitches.
50,000,
Oh,
they
great.
tax the fuck out of that too, right? So what is it? Once a year, it goes into your account like 35 grand,
I guess. I think it ends up being like 37 or something like that.
and it goes the same day every year. Boom, here's
Yeah,
your money.
sometime in October. Just pops in your account once a year. I
Still
mean,
pretty
you know, if
sweet.
you're older, that's enough to live off probably. You put that with your Social Security and you're set for the rest of the life, but it's not exactly life-changing money, even though it is.
See, my sister
not.
won a scratch off for 50,000,
Yeah.
and that's what she got, like 36,000.
Well, he won 10,000 to begin with, and then that put him in the drawing for the $1 million one at the end of the year, and then he won that too.
Did he get to go play the game?
I don't think so.
Oh, that would have been so
He didn't know
cool.
he won. Someone called and told him, and he thought they were full of shit, of course, because who wouldn't? You know, hey, you won $1 million.
Hey, go fuck
Yeah,
yourself.
go fuck
Okay,
yourself.
buddy.
So I don't know exactly how all that went down, but I think it was somewhat like that.
See, thank God that never happened to you, because
Why?
you wouldn't have answered the phone, and you certainly wouldn't have called back.
No, and then my message is literally telling you you're wasting your time leaving a message.
Yeah, it's Jason. I don't answer my phone. That's what
done
his
that.
message says.
What's the truth?
I've
Well,
told people,
what in
please
this
hang up
case?
and send me a text message.
What?
What about this case? I mean, you literally wouldn't have called somebody back.
I
that
answer
said-
my email. Email me.
But
That's weird.
they didn't email your dad. They called him.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know what they
Your
did. I
dad
wasn't
answered
there.
the phone and got 50 grand a year for the next 20 years.
Hey, man, that's not important. You know what is important? Why the fuck is Red Robin so packed on a Sunday afternoon?
Every restaurant is packed on a Sunday
Bottomless
afternoon.
fries.
They go after church.
Bottomless fries are bullshit. All right, let me say this. He said the same thing yesterday, and let me ask you this. Okay, it sounds great. Sounds great. They're steak fries. They're thick as shit.
I love
Not
them.
many people were getting refills, though.
Well, but the
I've
whole
been-
point is
the
they give you a
genius of
2-ounce
it.
refill,
I'm just saying,
and then you wait 20 minutes for that.
I've been there. I've never got seconds of fries. Sure, they're bottomless, but if you're never actually using the bottom, what's the fucking point?
Well, they make a pretty good burger.
That's all right for a
giant.
corporate
And,
burger. We
it's
didn't
just
do
big.
it. Hour wait. They're like, it's an hour wait. And I'm like, I will not wait. I will kill myself before I wait an hour for a Red Robin meal. Like,
Well, the bottom
I'd
line
rather
is-
fucking eat my own
To
shit
answer
for
your
a week.
question, the crazy Catholics are, they're not eating meat on Fridays, so
Yeah.
Oh, gotta
they're
make
going
up
on
for
Sundays.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every restaurant is packed on Sunday
We went.
in the Bible Belt here.
We ended up waiting still another 20 minutes at Texas Roadhouse instead, which is equally is like, ugh. And it's just whatever food. It's just, ugh. The only thing good about it's the butter. That cinnamon brown butter
yeah,
shit
I
they
don't
use
like-
for their rolls.
it's too
That's good.
loud
Everything
there.
else fucking
It's too
sucks.
loud.
Too loud.
Yeah, it's too loud.
Is that your code word for there's black people there?
No,
Oh,
like
okay.
the last time I went, it was just like all the
'Cause
TVs
they're
were
not
on
in
full
Milford.
blast. It was, I don't know where I was. I was up Westchester or something like that.
Yeah, it's
it
a-
was just,
it's a
I
sh-
How old
couldn't
was
hear
your
the
dad
people.
Fuck, man. Put me on the spot there. I don't know. I do some fucking math. He was born in 1956, whatever that makes him. 67?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
What's the
67
last four of
years
that
old.
social?
What's the last four of his social? I don't know. My last four is 463.
Well, I think the viewers want to know more what his
777, Larry
address is because we know he's getting $50,000 a year every October. So
he ain't getting shit. What are you talking about?
still seems happy though.
He's fine. He's fine. I got him some good weed brownies. He's good.
And Kane, don't eat these. They came out of the oven last week during last week's episode.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, Kane, very clear. Do not eat these."
Oh, what
They'll
is
make
the
you
only
like
thing
this.
he dreamt about all night? Is these great brownies Dad made.
And then he
Oh,
claimed,
I made brownies for him that night. Without
Jason's
the weed
a
in
pretty
them.
good baker. Jason's good with sweets. He made me whoopie pies once. It was so cute.
brownies
Whoopie
are a
pies were
fucking boxed direction. Add an egg.
People can
add
still
some
fuck
oil.
up.
Yeah.
People, and by the way, you're only supposed to put a quarter stick of butter in there, and I use the stick and a half because I got to get high.
Got to add an
All
extra
right,
egg.
so yeah, Dad said they were the best brownies I've made yet. So, and if he's saying that, this is a guy that I know took like 100 milligram gummy once. Was like, I don't feel it. So exactly.
So wait. Let me clear this up. I'm white trash, and you're both are supplying your dads with drugs on a regular basis.
marijuana's not a drug.
Yeah, no.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Nah.
Anything's a drug that makes you high as fuck.
you're just jealous.
That's my medicine.
It makes
And
me
I
high
need
as
that.
fuck. It's a drug.
No, I mean, did you ever get your dad a beer?
Every single day of my
Exact
life.
same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Exact same thing. So who cares?
Actually, my dad had a rock hard fucking
The rock hard, just ended there.
No.
Your dad was rock
Rock
hard.
hard.
Rock hard all the
Is
time.
he
You ever
alive?
met-
Is he single?
Hey, you see
No,
Mr.
my
T's?
dad-
I don't
my
know.
dad's
He's
gone.
rock hard over there, though.
My dad was like me. He happened to be
Rock hard.
in a job that allowed him to drink during the doing his
Yeah.
job. So his alcohol tolerance was crazy. He drank two things. He drank Coors beer.
You guys are allowed to drink at work?
Who?
No, at my old job I was.
Oh, okay. In your
And he-
previous DJ life.
And he was in a job that allowed him to drink all night.
Which was?
He was a maitre d' at the Sands Hotel.
I don't think a maitre d's supposed to drink all night. I mean, I know he
was the
maybe
boss.
did,
He was
but
allowed to drink.
I get it. But I mean, most bosses
In the
aren't
70s,
getting
dude,
drunk.
he stood at the podium with a cigarette hanging
Well,
out
that's
of his
a
mouth
cigarette.
and
That's a little bit
screwdriver in
different.
this hand.
That's classy.
And he got and he's the one that grabbed the fucking got all the tips, and then he told this guy, "Yeah, put him here." It was just like fucking Goodfellas. Somebody special walks in, a new table pops up in the front. That's how it was.
hmm
And he
like
made
the
fat cash.
dinner club. What is
Yeah.
it? The dinner?
I don't know. Derek Jeter's
Where
gonna be in
everybody
town
died?
this week. You think
He is.
you think I can blow him?
No, you want the goodie bag.
I want the goodie bag. Have you heard about the Derek Jeter? What's his name? Derek
Derek
Jeter goodie bag.
No.
Dude, this guy's the man. So he'd hook up with ladies. He'd get them. He'd get them to sign a non-disclosure, fuck them, and then leave, and then have his person, his driver, take him home. And in the back of the limo was always like a goodie bag, like
Oh,
a
maybe I
sign,
have heard of
like a
this.
signed baseball,
Yeah.
and like shit like that.
Anything good?
Maybe I don't
He
know,
was-
but either
he-
way, some
Did
jewelry.
Did
I
he
think.
marry J Lo, or were they just dated forever?
Was that him or was that the other one, Rodriguez?
Oh, it was
Rodriguez.
Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah.
wasn't it? They all Hispanics look alike to me.
I don't know if Derek Jeter's even Hispanic. I think he's light skinned black dude, isn't
Yeah, he dated somebody famous too.
he? He's dated everyone. He's put his dick in a lot of honey pots.
One of the best baseball players of all time. If you didn't know that, fantastic. Always
He
You know
ain't
what? He
Pete
was-
Rose. He's not for me.
He was more of a mediocre, not mediocre.
Not in
He
his
was
heyday.
he was good, but he was never as good as his name was. I don't know how to explain that exactly, but I think him being on those Yankee teams, it made him seem that he was better than he actually was. Where there's someone, like a Manny Ramirez or something who is a much better player but never played for championship teams, so he just wasn't put in that same era.
Yeah, Steinbrenner
You know what I'm
loaded
saying?
those teams.
Yeah, those teams were great, and Jeter was always good. He always batted 300, but I mean, it wasn't like he was leading the league in anything.
No,
really.
But he was
a super solid defender. He was a
rock
super solid player,
defender, and he was always.
I think Jeter was to a certain extent overrated as a whole, but he was still good. He's still a Hall of Fame player. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he was a stud.
Yeah, I just don't think he's like,
But to answer your question, no, he's not gonna.
He's not gonna let me blow him.
No.
And even if I did, you think he would still give me the bag?
No, because I doubt.
Definitely the non-disclosure. He don't want anybody to know about me blowing him.
And he's certainly not going to give a goodie bag to what I'm assuming would be a really subpar blowjob.
Oh, I don't know. I'm fat. Does that count for anything? Fat girls are
Let me tell
usually
you
better.
something.
Why not fat guys?
If I feel a beard on my nuts, it's subpar to me. I don't care how magic your tongue is.
You're
He
right.
doesn't have much of a mustache, though. That's where you get most of your friction.
But he was jealous. He had to play for the Yankees all those years, and they didn't. When they would blow each other, none of them had facial hair because that was against the rules.
That was a Reds rule.
It was a Reds rule and a Yankees rule.
Yeah.
Remember when the long-haired fella from Boston went there and had to cut his hair and everything just to play for the Yankees?
You know how many people turned down playing for the Reds because they didn't want to get rid of their beards and their mustaches?
They were willing to do it for the Yankees, but not for the Reds.
Not for
I
the
thought that
Reds.
was just like a Marge shot thing.
Nah, it was like an old school baseball thing. It was an old school baseball thing in general. Like and that carried on for the Reds and the Yankees for it might still be with the Yankees. I'm not positive. I haven't really paid attention.
No,
the point was
is
that Derek Jeter never really got many straggly beards. Because when they're blowing each other, they're blowing each other in the locker room. Because we know that's what happens in baseball locker rooms. They just hang out and blow each other.
That's why girls aren't allowed in there.
That's why girls aren't allowed. It happens in all locker rooms besides football because that's a manly sport. But the rest of them, like baseball, probably not in basketball
really
either.
For bitches.
Basketball, not probably so much either. But in baseball, it happens, especially with the white guys. Soccer, I mean, all bets are off. I mean, that's nothing but dudes blowing each other. I'm surprised they got playbooks. Actually, they don't have playbooks. It's soccer where they just lollygag around the field and kick a ball every once in a while.
Speaking of soccer, who changes their fucking Facebook profile to this when FC Cincinnati wins? I'll tell you who does.
Yeah, I know who does exactly. That guy does. Hey! We won!
Do they win?
Who cares?
They won a game.
It was
I
1-0.
know people who are diehard fans and have season tickets and all that
Listen,
shit.
you
I don't
can't
know
be a
why.
diehard fan of a place that's been here for 4 years. All right, 4 years isn't enough to die
it's
hard.
like hockey. You just like the sport.
How much would you enjoy? Let's say you went to a fucking
soccer
NBA
fan.
game.
That's fine.
Okay, NBA game, and you sit there for roughly 2.5 hours, and the score at the end of it is 2-0. Are you going to say, what a great fucking game?
Oh, but those passes.
No. That was the most boring fucking shit I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Those passes that led to nothing were awesome, weren't they? Did you see
man.
that defender break up that pass 20,000 times in a row?
Yeah, and the fucking commentators. He kicked it. He kicked it again. He passed it to this guy who kicked it.
I like that the clock doesn't stop. I like that it keeps it moving.
The only thing I can say about soccer,
the
only thing positive I can say about soccer, first of all, I really don't know the rules, but I don't ever want to learn them, is that, yeah, those guys are in phenomenal shape because all they do the whole fucking time is run.
It's just hockey rules, isn't it?
But it's boring.
Basically.
It's basically hockey rules.
Yeah.
But the difference is, with hockey, you got to know how to fucking skate. You got to know how to fucking, shoot with the fucking stick.
And there's a chance of violence.
Yeah.
And not just like a boo-boo violence. Like where these guys hit their shins. I hate that too when people are like, there's more injuries in soccer than anything else.
Shin splints.
Yeah, like shin splints and broken toe maybe every so often.
Yeah, tell that to the fucking NFL player who's in traction for. Tell it to Ryan Shazier.
Yeah.
Who never played a game again because his fucking back is broken.
You know what I mean? Don't tell it to fucking an old boxer that, every 2 seconds when you see him, they may.
It's my birthday.
Yeah.
Hey, come my party tomorrow's my birthday too.
But see, you got to say you have to say happy birthday when they say that.
What?
If a retarded boxer says, "It's my birthday," even if it's not,
happy
you have
birthday,
to say,
Maxie
I
Stoltz.
No, you got to call him champ too. Boxers like to be called champ after they retire. Hey, how we doing, champ?
Even if
they love being called
champ.
Even if they weren't a champ.
Yeah.
Because even the ones that weren't champs, especially if they got big, they were champs at some level.
They're champs.
You know what I mean?
In their heart.
You don't know their name unless they were a champ somewhere.
And you're telling them they should have been champ.
Yeah, and either way, you were always the champ to me.
Yeah. Hey,
shit like that.
Everybody, it's my birthday. Happy birthday, champ.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, now, would you call them retarded or just they've been hitting the head too much?
Well,
because
you call them
Like, it's
punchy.
punchy.
yeah, punch retarded.
Punch drunk or
Just
punchy?
punchy.
We got to put
The
retarded. in
retarded
there
is implied.
You know,
and less-
Stallone said it best
Out
in Rocky
front.
when he said, I'm a little punchy, but I'm not retarded or anything.
Did he say that?
Oh, yeah. I'm punchy, but I'm not retarded or anything.
Yeah, he kind of is. I mean, he was as close as the Forrest Gump as you're going to get out of any of the other characters that you've seen on there. Fucking window licker. Hey, you got a hero, right?
I got a hero.
You got a hero.
I need a hero. Holding out for a hero. Doug Morning Light. He's got to be strong, and he's got to be fast, and he's got to be larger than life. I need a hero.
Speaking of retards, let's go into that. I've got a hero, and this to me is probably the
Hero.
greatest hero. Short of curing cancer or solving world hunger,
Ooh.
this girl, Lela Star is her name. She's a porn actress.
I was going to say that's a porn name.
Yeah, she's a
I
porn
don't know her
actress.
for sure, but
Yeah.
Microbiologist?
Upon doing some research, I found out this has been done by others, but I couldn't find any that had done it. Lela Star was the only one. She is one of those porn stars that doesn't work for like Vivid or anything. She's on, she does these independent porns, whatever, and she's
She's a small business owner.
your typical
Sure.
plastic porn star with big fake tits and, looks like a Barbie doll. Very attractive. She does this thing.
Completely ill proportioned. Very hot.
Actually, she's not ill proportioned. She's got fake tits, but they're not enormous, and she's, just looks like a hot little thing walking around.
hot little thing.
She does this thing called fuck a fan. Now, this is to me is heroic.
That is kind of heroic. I already like it.
All you have to do to qualify to fuck her, and who doesn't
Okay.
want to fuck their porn star favorite? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Oh my God. When I was a kid and there was no amateur porn and it was all real movies, you wanted to fuck Nina Hartley and fucking the Lynn sisters. That's what you wanted to do. Oh my God, if I just have a shot at that, I'd give her the best four fucking pumps that she's ever had.
I think I was more in the Tara Patrick, Jenna Jameson of era, but yeah, I got you.
So anyway, this girl does Instagram and she does all these other things and porn movies. All you have to do to enter this contest is to go to the premium Instagram. You will have to do it for like 1 month because once you're a premium member, you get to enter the contest. If you're selected, her team will fly you from wherever you are and get you a hotel, and you will indeed fuck this porn star.
So she's also a prostitute?
That's not prostitute. You're not paying to do it.
That's true. That's true. That's just
You're not paying anything. You're
That's just
entering
your-
a fucking contest.
that's just your run in the mill slut.
Matter of fact, she's paying you.
It's for the fun of it.
She's paying your traveling expenses.
Yeah.
You're not paying a
That's
fucking dime.
super nice.
I mean, the
It is.
marketing.
Hey, this chick's awesome. I like her.
And-
What's her name again?
Lela Star.
Are you saying it right?
Lela Star,
You said that
L-E-L-A.
twice, different.
L-E-L-A.
Leela or Layla? Oh, whatever. That's he
It
just
does-
spelled it for
doesn't
you.
write it
Look her up.
phonetically. Yeah, and
Hey, there's her picture
Enter to
right
win.
there.
fuck a fan. My God, is there ever a fucking better thing? The only bad thing about it that I can fucking see is I'm sure they're going to film you fucking her. That's part of the deal.
Is it part of the deal?
I think it would have to be.
I
She's
don't
a
know.
porn star. It's like she needs to, hey,
They gotta show it.
this fan got to fuck me. But the whole thing is, I would say 80% of men out there watch porn. And how many times have you thought to yourself, well, just on the precipice of the nut, thinking, God, I'd like to be there.
What is her name again?
Lela Star.
L-E-Y.
Lelastarr.
I thought
L-E.
I had seen her in the news recently.
Oh, L-A.
Lela
Maybe not.
Star.
Need to see this lady.
Yeah. Let's see her.
Lela Star fuck with fan. Second one down. See, they do film it.
Yeah, fucks the shit
You
out of
have
her fan contest. Hey, good for her.
This
you
is
know?
heroic to me.
Yeah, that's definitely nice
And
of her.
she's attractive.
I don't know. I can't see her.
Yeah, she's quite attractive. I've heard that other porn stars do fuck a fan, but I couldn't find any. This one runs.
I haven't seen it in person yet, and I'm so excited.
She's grabbing his dick.
and he's just a
that's
lucky
done.
fucker like us. He's going, oh my God, she paid for my plane ticket.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Yeah, and she's oh my God, she's sucking my balls through my pants now.
But why would you want them through the pants?
I'd want it every possible way.
It's a legitimate technique.
I can tell you right now. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about.
He has a normal dick. I mean, that works for porn.
She's licking his nuts. She's fucking him bareback.
He's filming her.
What a whore.
He's got to
Look at
do
that
the
butt.
camera work?
Oh, I don't want to watch this guy jerk off. All right, here we go.
Anyways, that's heroic.
That is heroic. I will give her that.
I mean, this girl's helping live out a fucking gigantic fantasy for some lucky dude. And she hasn't just done it once. She's done it multiple times.
Yeah,
I'm thinking,
sure.
if she's still currently doing it, I will go fucking Instagram Ultra for a month and fucking
think she
enter
just,
that.
You're going to try to become
Picks
fuck a
the
fan?
hottest one?
I'd fuck a porn star.
How great
She
would
wouldn't
that
be my first
on
choice.
TV? It's going to be on Pornhub.
And do the film work
How
for
many people
free?
are going to say?
3 million probably. 10 million.
Yeah, but how many
Probably
did I know are going to look up Lela Star?
Probably more than you
fucking
think.
Chris Tease?
Harry guy's going to be jerking off to you in 2 weeks.
You know what? I'm at the point in my life where I don't care.
Did you, though? Did you before?
That reminds me.
Yeah, I
I feel
did.
like you did it.
I did.
I wanted to do the Harry guy hair today for the show. So I just...
Okay.
This takes a
yeah.
while.
Wow.
This isn't just like an easy process. You know, you really got to get into
Completely
it.
matted, huh?
This is for those
All
of you.
right.
This is for those of you that don't know Harry
It
Guy.
worked.
Now you know Harry Guy. They have the same beard. They wear the same exact fucking glasses. I think Harry Guy went out and got glasses to match.
This is what this guy does.
You look like late 90s Goldthwait.
I do.
You also kind of look a little bit like Jim from Taxi.
I never watched Taxi.
Christopher Lloyd, yes he does. Look at the hair. And Kramer.
You think I look like Christopher Lloyd?
I mean, they have messy hair.
Either way, this is the Harry Guy look. This is what he comes to work like this. This is not exaggeration, is it? I even asked him how he did it.
And he puts on that fancy vest?
We don't wear no vest. Hey, man, stop living in the past. She doesn't listen to our show. She doesn't know how we dress at work. She barely knows us. We're like fucking strangers to her. Yeah. And she comes on this show and chuckles and pretends like she cares.
Drugs.
Yeah.
I got drugs.
God.
You know what, though?
She skipped her family's monthly hanging, and she's here.
When Harry Guy
the weather warms
on
up,
the same
we're not
table
animals.
with Jason and I last night for about half an hour. And the funniest thing is I looked over at him, and I swear to God, the glasses were the buy one, get one free version of those. And I thought to myself, is he trying to make himself look like Jason? They've got virtually the same beard.
Like Jason. Jason doesn't normally do this with his hair.
Well, no, but he's not going to thin his hair out to make himself
that's
appear
like
balding.
the style he wears in front of people.
Oh, yeah, it's funny because it's literally on one side. It just poofs up. But he's got the same fucking glasses. And there's, 10 gazillion different pairs of glasses? He bought those.
They're about
Harry Guy's, you're his idol.
15 inches more thick. So, besides that.
Hey.
With glasses, it's all about the frames.
Yeah. Well, he's a big gay wad. He likes the darts. So.
But did you hear what the gay wad is doing?
What?
This motherfucker. And a tad bit jealous. Some fucking geekster friend of his that's in some dart tournament in fucking Spain got a trip to this dart tournament +1. Harry Guy gets a free trip to fucking Spain, all expenses paid, because he's a nerd.
Because Dark Buddy doesn't have a girlfriend?
Oh my God, that's what I was thinking. Like, this fucking dork. This guy that does darter.
Oh, I know who I'm taking.
Even obviously much more gay than Harry Guy.
What's the guy he was spooning with, probably?
Probably was the guy he was spooning with. But either way, this guy had the opportunity of his lifetime. He finally did something with his shitty dart talent. And he's going to go all the way to Spain, you said?
Dart's
Spain.
a sport.
All expenses paid.
It's as much a sport as wrestling.
It's a bar. Wrestling's not a sport. It's
Darts
entertainment.
is a game.
Okay. Isn't there like...
A sport there has to be some physical requirements. There's none for darts.
That's a bar sport, man. Anyone can do that shit.
It's like saying pool is a sport.
No one's training
Pool's not
for
a sport.
darts.
Billiards is a sport.
It's a game.
Okay.
And even pool is a lot more complicated than darts. There's a lot of geometry and stuff. Darts is literally...
I mean, you remember that one time, right?
But yeah, this geekster could have fucking taken one of the homely dart chicks.
Anyone.
Hey, you want to go to Spain?
He could have took a chance. Almost any girl is going to
He's
say yes to
taking
a free
Harry
trip
Guy.
to Spain. And he's taking a dude.
And not only a dude, Harry Guy.
The best.
I don't think it matters
hair
which
guy.
dude at that point, unless it's like your brother. I'll give you an excuse for that one.
A
or
trip
something
to
like
Spain,
that.
and Harry Guy's going. Now, Harry Guy changed his profile picture of him spooning with this dude on a hotel bed at a dart
Well,
tournament.
maybe they're taking it to the next level.
Yeah,
there's
are you guys
no
just
doubt
upset
in
because
my
they're
life
not out?
He's going to join
That
the Mile
one
High
thing-
Club.
This is going to cost Harry Guy 1 week of anal reamings. I'm thinking.
If nothing else, he's going to put a soft tip in his asshole in the bathroom
No
on the
doubt.
fucking Delta flight.
No doubt. Harry Guy's going to have load in his beard by the time this
Yeah.
trip is over.
Oh, yeah. You better get ready. You got some spunk coming, buddy.
But I mean, it's like, I agree with you totally. You got a fucking free trip to Spain. You can ask a hot girl way out of your league, and she's probably going to say yes.
Yeah, of course.
Well, there's probably
what I
only
mean?
one room, so
What?
let's take that into consideration.
If you're a hot girl, I want to go to Spain. He's ugly,
you
but he's
don't
not that
know,
bad.
It's
but-
Spain.
While he's at his dart tournaments, I'll be out shopping and doing all this other shit, and all I got to do is fucking
Yeah.
sleep naked in a room with this guy a couple of nights.
I
I'm
don't
down.
think you got to sleep
that
naked.
is such a larger price to pay than what you mentioned.
Once you got that
No,
guy
it
there,
is
you
not.
could probably
They're all
make that guy
horse.
sleep on the couch.
I'm not gonna need him to buy me my own room.
But you know what? When you're a geek darter,
You don't know what darts is like in
cracked-
Spain. They're the ones hosting
a
this
cracked
international
bathroom door.
competition.
A cracked bathroom door when you're showering will probably suffice.
Yeah,
You
that's
probably
true.
won't have to get sex out of it. If I can see you
Voyeurism is
sprint
a
from the
victimless
bathroom
crime.
to the closet in your underwear a couple of times throughout that week, maybe a nip slip once, you don't have to do
Just
anything.
You
leave-
just
you
keep
could just leave
amping
the-
it up.
You could just leave the door open while you're shitting. That guy would probably get off on that.
Yeah.
That's
That's
fine.
more.
Hey,
more
by the way,
quick.
the hotel manager called. Don't flush that. Toilet's broke. You gotta
they
fix-
got troubles. They
Yeah.
got troubles here.
Oh, that's great.
I
You're
want to
on,
look at a
The
hot
water
chick's turd.
pressure.
you're on the way back. You pull out his fucking overhead luggage. And what's going on here? You know, and the whole time he had Whoopi's turd in a baggie, just waiting to
And-
go home and eat
Hey,
it.
did you
bunch
bring
of-
any Ziplocs?
A bunch of
Why
soft
do you need a
tips
Ziploc?
stuck
I
in
just
the
need a
side.
Ziploc.
They're not bad after you dehydrate
okay.
them.
Yeah.
Just you got to treat a turd like beef
Dude,
jerky.
this came out of her ass.
Yeah, dude, it touched all the walls. Touched all of them.
Came
But
right
first of all,
through the
I mean,
rim.
I'm happy for Harry Guy. Free trip to Spain. Fucking cool. I'd love to go to Spain.
Yeah.
But feel sorry for that other dude who had nobody else to invite but Harry Guy.
Yeah, Harry Guy's not the wrong one in this situation. It's
Yeah.
his buddy who
Because
must be
I'm-
a fucking loser.
Because I know
If you
many,
can't
I know
find-
many shallow whores that would gladly give up some puss for a fucking free
See?
trip to Europe.
They need to be out there doing the Lord's work with these incel types.
That's the problem
We
too.
need,
Yeah,
The incels just, I don't know how they go through life without ever having met a dirty slut.
I don't know. I've told
'Cause
you
they're
this.
everywhere.
I've proposed this on the show that the government should pay for whores to fuck these incels. It would cause a lot less violence in this world. Get all these fucking freaks some pussy, they'll calm down. All right.
They just need to blow off some
They
steam.
just need to blow a load in a whore on a Tuesday night,
Yeah, but
and
see,
all of a sudden they don't want to shoot up the mall anymore.
The only reason I disagree with that, there's lots of unfuckable women out there that can't get any dick either.
Put them in the mix.
Free website. Hello.
all they need to do is wear a necklace that says free
No,
pussy.
not
Someone
somebody.
will fuck them, man.
Somebody will, but
You stay at
They'll
the bar
take it
till the
from
lights
anyone.
come on.
Yeah,
they'll
do
take it.
something.
What I'm saying is, free dating app must be very unattractive on either side and must make it impossible for you to get any pussy.
Fuck
See, that's
Without paying.
That's the problem. Is ugly people don't want to fuck ugly people. Look at me, I'm a fatty, and I would not fuck a fatty. Like I'm like, ew, fat people. Gross.
I like them child
Yeah.
size.
You know, it is funny. It is funny you say that because on all these fucking weirdo apps I look at all the time, you see like this guy, fucking his wife, and she weighs 350, and she's got hair in places that she can't see. Looking for guy must be fit. Fit? You're a fucking walrus.
Well, that's probably the one
It's
over there.
the
They're just
same
gonna have you
on the
move
men's
furniture and
ones.
shit.
They're basically the same.
They're just gonna have you pick
Yeah,
things
hey,
up.
must be attractive, and you look and the guy's like this. Fuck you.
Are those real? Like the ones
A lot of
from
them
the
are.
women are like, you better be 6'6" with a 12-inch dick, or don't fucking bother.
Well, we've talked about this before.
luck.
Even not only the porn ones, but like the regular dating apps. These women on there ask for these crazy fucking things. I even wrote one. I was looking at this fucking dating app one time, and I said, so you want Prince William? That's what you want in a sense.
I like the men's ones
I want
that
what
are.
I want. Fuck you. You want what you want. You want a guy who's financially well off.
I want a guy with a lot of money. a
Goes to the
big
gym all
dick,
the time. And is very attractive. Yeah, there's a lot of those looking on dating apps.
Doesn't
The
mind
ton
men's
of
bar
those.
is so much lower. It's like they're damaged. Their hearts are hurting out
Who?
there. the men on the dating apps, because theirs are just like, don't fucking waste my time if you're gonna lie to me and cheat on me. They're super aggressive right off the jump, like, don't just swipe the other way, bitch.
Yeah, and then the women are if you don't
Women are all cunts. Swipe the other way.
if you don't look like Brad Pitt with a fucking 6-digit fucking income, don't talk to me.
Dude, they're all like, it's the same guy every time. I don't.
And
like
is it
a medium,
Same guy.
medium chubby white guy.
Is it a fucking prerequisite as a woman on there? Is it you put on there what you want this, you want this? Is wants to travel like a requirement that you have to have that on your fucking thing? Because every cunt wants to travel.
And camping is because they're on
Yeah.
everybody's.
Because who doesn't want to travel? That's such a generic, same thing. Like, I'm really into music. Who's not?
Really?
Shut the fuck up. Like,
You know-
I like movies and music and words out of people's mouth.
You know the ones that
Those are the choices. You just click the box.
the ones that I wouldn't even cuck, or the ones I won't even bother to read your
I
fucking.
wouldn't even cuck you.
The
I
one I
wouldn't
won't
even
even
fuck you in
read
front
your
of your
fucking
husband.
ad is anybody who mentions their Harley.
Oh, well, that's white
Oh,
trash.
no.
On the weekend.
motorcycles,
White
no.
trash with a $30,000 bike.
You can be rich and be white trash.
Cops
the whole-
in
Kid Rock's white trash.
uniforms,
Yeah.
Uniform people in their dating app pictures, that's automatic no. Hats in the pictures, no.
Another
no
one is
smiles,
a woman
no.
holding up her
Giant
dog.
truck, no.
Holding up the dog.
Oh, is that a
Are
big
you
one?
getting
Kids in the
nodded
picture?
by that thing? Or?
No.
You know, there's nothing wrong with the Harley in itself. It's a great motorcycle. Good. I have no problem with that.
You're using it as a dating prop.
It's that
It
part
does
of
show
it.
you have disposable income.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yes,
Well,
it
no,
does.
or you
You
They're
could
not
have
free.
bought that Harley used from
Yeah.
a guy for $8
Doesn't
grand.
matter.
There's
You
some
got
nice-
$8,000.
No, but there's some nice Harleys in a trailer park. You know what I mean? You're gonna. It's the same thing. Like you're gonna see. You go to the ghetto. You're gonna see a couple of real nice
See?
cars, and they're living
They're
in
after
shit
dummies
places.
like me who think that it means they got disposable
Yeah,
income.
exactly. Meanwhile, Whoopi's about to give you
Even
a
if
blumping
you're
because you got a
using your
Harley.
food money on your Harley, that makes that income
I mean,
disposable.
it's just so funny looking
Makes
at
you in
some of
shape,
these
probably.
things, and you see these fucking. I got nothing against fat women.
Me do.
I
you
feel
wanna-
like you do.
No, I'm saying you
I
want
kinda
to.
do.
It's not my thing, but you want to get on there and look for some dick. Great. Don't get on there and look for Hemsworth. You ain't getting him. And if you are getting him, yeah, a lot of desperate
I
men, or a
have
lot of
seen-
men will just stick a dick in anything that's wet. and-
Sometimes
and-
it's like, oh, what is wrong with this?
How-
one?
what
He
do you-
is too attractive.
You don't know
What's
what they're
going on
accepting.
here?
huh?
You don't know what they're taking.
I know what they're asking for.
Oh, well, yeah. You can ask for anything. I
And
can
I-
ask for $1 million, but
and
I
I
might
do
still take
know-
a tenner.
Yeah,
know?
yeah, but I do
It's
know
fine.
a lot of guys. I mean, there's guys out there that will just fuck anything because it's a hole to come in.
Most guys.
Most,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
most
what I'm
guys.
saying.
Most
So-
single guys.
So the chubby,
Especially within
the
a
They'll
chubbies
put
will
up a
get-
fight, but they'll lose.
Yeah.
They'll let it go. They'll
I mean,
give away.
do you think if someone like Hemsworth suddenly became single, he's going to go, well, I better get on Plenty of Fish. I need a date.
Yeah, call
That's
it
not gonna
publicist.
happen.
Christian singles.
yeah, fucking.
Farmers only. He likes
like-
a bitch that can sow the seed, you know?
Do I have to be a farmer to be on Farmers Only? Because I feel like
You plant
that's
vegetables.
probably where the best ones are.
You
Not
probably
this year,
fucked
it's killing
yourself.
me.
You probably fucked yourself with a cucumber before. You can get on there.
No, see, and that's part of our charity. That's gonna be our next charity
Let's
drive.
segue into that.
All right,
Yes.
segue
You know,
into
we've done a lot
cucumber
of stories
fucks.
on here about people getting things stuck in their vaginas and buttholes.
Yeah.
I've been watching. I don't watch the TikToks because it's a tool of the Chinese government, and I'm not trying to give away our secrets
It
by
is
my
a tool of the
TikTok.
Chinese government.
It's gonna be illegal soon, I think.
Good.
Yeah, the Chinese
So
government
I
lets
watch
a
it. It's
bunch of
the
those dancing shorts.
YouTube Shorts.
But that's the
And-
problem is now TikTok is now in 8 different places. So they can get rid of TikTok, but now you got YouTube Shorts and Facebook Shorts and Instagram Shorts.
Yeah,
and
but the
it's all
YouTube
the same
Shorts
shit.
don't autoplay the next one, so it's like
I'm
technologically
just saying this the
inferior.
same
I hate it.
shitty videos I hate.
Yeah, so there's these people, ER doctors and nurses, and again, a major theme is people who come in with things stuck inside them, like this guy who, like, I don't know where he even got a fucking pager, but he got a vibrating pager and he stuck it in his ass and he was calling it and making it vibrate. And in one moment of ecstasy, his butt just sucked it up and he couldn't get it out, so he had to go to the hospital.
The worst part about that is the guy's paying for the fucking pager line.
Pager, you got exactly. You got to subscribe to a pager service.
It's $4.99.
Is
but
that all it
you
would
got to
be?
call.
I don't
like
know. This
said,
is
I don't know.
1996, obviously.
They
isn't
still
it?
have pagers.
No, this is
Only
like
doctors
recently.
for some reasons.
But they're out
Recently.
there, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're out there. I wonder how much it does.
Really?
I
Can
would
you
think-
still just go to Best Buy and get a pager?
Does this guy realize they also sell dick-shaped toys that vibrate?
Yeah,
Exactly.
they just got
So, I
dildos.
mean, even one of the doctors said, just use a dildo, people. So I'm thinking,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I know Chris has a relationship with some dong makers out there. And I think we could probably just duplicate
Well,
his dong.
the lady from
Makers of
Pure
dongs?
to
Wine.
give
No,
to
not
hospital
makers.
emergency rooms to send these poor schlubs home with a fucking dildo, something that's made for their butthole or vagina, doing the Lord's work.
So dildo for, what's a good name for that? I was going to say dildo for diddlers, but they're not diddlers. I mean, they're diddling themselves, but when you hear diddlers, you think kitty fuckers.
Well,
so that's not good.
So basically, you're saying people that don't have the means to spend money on real toys.
They do, but maybe they just
don't
need
have the brain power to realize
like-
that it's got to have something on the end to keep it from getting sucked and stuck.
It's like when you go to the dentist. I can afford to buy my own toothbrush, but they send you home with one. You know, just to get you started in the right
But you
direction.
don't show
Yeah,
up
they do.
brushing your teeth with a fucking stick either.
No, I'm just saying they send you home with one to send you in the right direction to remind you. Yeah, you're supposed to brush your teeth.
Here, use
this we're
this,
giving.
sir.
Hey, bud, this butt plug right here. I don't want to see you in March. All right,
never gets stuck.
And by the
knock
way,
this off.
It's got to change.
They're not giving you that toothbrush. They are selling you that toothbrush and jacking up the price of that toothbrush.
Do you know you're supposed to change your
Well,
toothbrush
they're giving
every
it to
3
you, but they're charging you a
months?
ridiculous amount for your dentist.
When I got
visit,
all
so-
my dental work done a couple of weeks ago, they tried to send me home with this
3 months.
fucking
Yeah. You're
what?
supposed to change your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months.
My wife changes hers every month, or a month or two. She does it all the fucking
I
time.
mean, the blue stripe never goes away. So.
They tried to send me home with this electric toothbrush.
I got one of those black
Okay,
toothbrushes.
this Braun electric toothbrush. I already have an electric toothbrush. It spins and does all that stuff. They said, "Yeah, we need you to use this."
Oh, they really
It's the
do
best
push
on the
those
market.
now. Yeah.
That's like
I said,
getting
"What's the
home
cost
from
of that toothbrush?"
like-
She said, "That's $190."
Eh,
$190.
yeah.
You can keep that.
I remember them telling me there's Bluetooth on it. There's like, what the fuck do I need Bluetooth
Yeah,
on
hold
my
on a second.
toothbrush?
Let me do this.
Are there lights and
Play
stuff?
Led
Is it
Zeppelin.
disco?
Alexa, play Led Zeppelin.
I brush
then
my
you-
teeth to Suicide Machines only.
But you know, when the song's over, it's time to stop brushing. All right, so your
See,
thought.
like-
We need to get a bunch of toys and dildos together and give them to people who normally would fuck household items.
And hot dogs and stuff. See, the
Hot dog-
the
hot
problem
dog shaped
from the
like a dick.
medical perspective is
Yeah, but it
there's
breaks.
nothing on the end like fake balls or the base of the butt plug
Something
to
to keep
keep
it in, yeah.
from, the cucumbers felt all the way through.
Well, another
Who's
thing.
getting a cucumber stuck up there?
Another thing you can do is
like these kind of little dildos that could go straight up. It
Yeah,
got a little
we're not-
hook at the
That's
end.
not going to be part of the program.
Okay.
But I
We're
think
gonna- we're
cock
putting-
rings would be good too, because this dipshit put a fucking padlock on his dick and didn't have a key. And he had to go to the hospital and get that removed. After 3 days of excruciating pain, he finally decided to go to the
How
hospital.
big was this padlock?
he had like a Prince Albert and he stuck the padlock on there.
No, he
instead?
put it on the top of his balls and cinched up his skins.
Oh, he made a cock ring out of it.
Around
Made a
there.
cock ring
Yeah.
out of a padlock.
He went and rummaged around in his garage and found a padlock that didn't have a key.
What?
And he just didn't think that far ahead because he's just got I gotta squeeze my nuts. I gotta squeeze my
Do you know this guy?
No, it's a news.
Oh, I was gonna say I
Play
was
my
really
song.
hoping. Play your song.
I mean,
all right.
I'm sure when he got to the hospital, they pulled out bolt cutters and
Oh, yeah, that's scary.
because people can own those themselves.
Sure.
You can go out to Home Depot and buy
Whoopi with the news, Whoopi got that news.
I love it.
Whoopi with the news, yes she reads shit. Whoopi with the news, Whoopi got that news.
Hey, before we get this started, did you just use an inhaler?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
You dork.
She's asthmatic.
Yeah.
Are you
Only-
asthmatic?
No,
Why
it's
is
got
it-
my allergies.
why is that
These
a dork
Bradford
thing?
Bears.
Well, because
I can't
the old
resist.
'80s
got
and '90s
glasses.
movies, the nerd always
Yeah,
had
it's
a
just
puffer
funny.
ear.
Like it's one of those things that dorks use inhalers, and it's kind of true though. It holds
you know
true.
who uses inhalers? Dart players a lot.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of cardio.
Yeah, they're exhausted from being so badass.
Yeah,
It's
They
those
are.
Breathe,
beautiful
right?
white flowery trees. They make my allergies special.
Oh, those things are the worst. Those are
Yeah.
bee farms.
But Bradford pears or something.
I mean, I don't. They're not even
Bartlett
supposed to be
pears?
around here. I
Whatever
think.
they
I
are.
think there's some kind of
No,
invasive
it is.
species.
It's something that people use for good looks landscaping,
Mhm.
aesthetic or whatever. But yes, it is invasive and that other one,
Yeah, and it causes all sorts of bees, and everyone knows bees should all
non-native
die.
invasive.
Well,
No, we
fucking-
need the
Jason
bees,
doesn't like
motherfucker.
bees.
No,
We need
do
bees.
Save the bees. Kill the bees.
We need the bees.
Kill the bees. Save the Mexicans.
Somebody's never seen Bee Movie.
So we need the bees to pollinate the flowers.
Yeah, and
We
make
have
food.
a whole country of perfectly good Mexicans that can pollinate the flowers.
Well, besides
All right.
the fact that you
Pay
can
them a livable wage. They
You can
pollinate the
buy-
flowers.
That's
We get rid of
livable
these
wage.
bees.
I'd be happy to be a traveling farm
Pollinator?
picker.
Yeah.
So the testicle guy was in Thailand. I'd like to start off with another story. I'm going to tell you what it is, And then you guess where it's going on.
Florida.
There's a bill in a state in the United States that is proposing lessening sentences for people in jail who decide to donate either bone marrow or organs.
That's
Which
it?
sounds like a good idea
Yeah, I don't
to
mind
me.
You can live on one kidney.
It doesn't sound like the state it's from, but the time amounts that you can get off for having donated an entire
So you're talking
organ.
California,
No.
Vermont.
Closer.
New Hampshire.
New York?
Massachusetts.
Connecticut. Oh, look at you to be able to pronounce that state. That one's out for me. I don't ever even talk about it because I can't say it.
Arizona's out for him.
I'm not a good talker.
Anything with more than 2 syllables
So
is
how much
done.
do you think a part of your liver or your kidney might be worth in terms of a jail sentence?
Well,
A part?
the thing about it is
An
you
organ
can survive.
or bone marrow?
You can survive
A year.
with one kidney and live a normal life.
Boy, you're fucking just giving it away.
Why? Because I guessed it right?
That's the most amount that you can get off your sentence. It's 60
Oh, no,
days
fuck
to a
that.
year. And I think
Because you can
I'm
literally
thinking
sell
you
your
get a lot
kidney for
more.
like $500,000.
yeah, like a lot of money.
I don't know, man. If I'm in jail for like 2 years and you can tell me a kidney and I'll get out in 1 year.
What about 10
But,
years?
well, 10 years, at that point, who cares? You know what I mean? Once you're in there for like 10 and now you're only going to do 9.
Now, if they say we'll commute your sentence unless it's a life
But
sentence,
if you could get more.
I can negotiate,
I
man.
think an entire kidney, 5 years.
I think more than that.
Non-violent criminal.
Kidney for 5 years?
Well, I think they have to really look at the fucking person now. If this is a guy who diddled a bunch of kids and stuff,
Yeah, it's
I
gotta
don't
be like
get
a
many time.
I don't think
If
that-
it's a guy who got caught selling weeds to his friends,
They're trying to
Yeah,
get
they're
all
not-
those people out the
They're
system.
They're not giving it to people that are in jail.
Yeah.
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're giving
It's-
it to convicts.
So
Oh, wait a minute. It's a kidney for a kid for
oh
another
no, you're
convict?
not getting it. No, it's somebody on the outside getting the organ.
No, that's what I'm talking about. I thought that's what you were saying. Like, oh, I don't want the diddler.
No, I don't
to
want
get-
I don't want the diddler in jail to get any time off his sentence.
I don't want a diddler's kidney. What if you get that diddler's kidney and next thing you know, you're at the playground looking at the kids a little
your
different than
mouth,
you did before?
You're at the trampoline park and you're trying to get kids to take their socks
Why
off.
do
so
I
you
got-
can
No, you know
their
what?
feet.
Why do I
may
got
do
this
it
boner?
for bone marrow because that's not permanent.
Isn't
You-
that like a
you-
pretty involved surgery?
It hurts. I was told that
Bone marrow
donating
does?
yeah.
when they donate,
I've heard it does hurt.
Inside your
yeah.
bones.
they have to fucking drill inside your hip bone.
Yeah.
and then go in with this long thing and suck it out, which
Fuck that.
fucking hurts.
Oh my god.
Apparently, from what I've heard about all these fucking donors and stuff, the person actually getting the organ suffers much less during the process than the person giving it.
Unfair.
Yeah, for sure.
They should at least like step on his foot the whole time they're doing the surgery to make it a little bit
I think
worse
it's a
for him.
spinal tap or something. Isn't
Now,
it a spinal tap?
You know, they do have a thing online where you can literally go on there and say, hey, I'm this blood type, willing to sell a kidney. And these people that have been on waiting lists for years and years will start the bidding process. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I
Which
don't
is
want to
a little
live in
bit
that
25,
world.
25,
That ain't
30,
right.
30, 35, 35. We got 35 for that lawyer.
Accept your
45,
fate,
45,
man.
55. We got
Except
55,
dying
55,
when
55,
your
55.
family's wealthy and they could pay this guy $100,000 for a kidney. I'm taking it if I had the money.
There's almost certainly a black market already set up like that.
Oh, there is.
That's illegal, right? That would be illegal.
I was watching this show on TV called Trafficked, and this woman goes around to different, drug dealers, whatever, internet porn, whatever. A lot of these organs are coming from Mexico, and the thing that's fucked up on the black market is
Yeah, they picked up them Americans.
you only have like 36 hours to put the organ out of the body into the new one, and they're sneaking the organ in from Mexico. It's going to be fucking gone when it gets to you, and you've already paid that fucking money.
That's not right.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy my organs from Mexico. I get those Canadian livers. All right, they're always better.
When you're on your way to Canada, do you ever stop for a coffee?
What? I don't get it.
Yes, I stopped for a coffee, Heather.
What's going on here?
Well, the
Talking
show
about
just took a
coffee now.
downturn.
I'm about to turn this show off.
The show just took a downturn.
All right, welcome to Shut Up Cincinnati with Chris and Jason.
Welcome to the listeners who are still here after that fucking horrible moment there.
Oh,
What are we
come
talking
on.
about? Cups
Many
of coffee.
people like Canadian
Are you going
coffee.
to give me some kind of mom joke?
No.
Oh,
There's a new delicious
this bitch-
coffee on the market.
this bitch is out here
Segue.
trying to segue. That was the worst segue ever.
Only because you
Yes.
dropped it.
How'd I drop it? I don't go to Canada.
You're not.
I don't really buy livers
from.
from Canadians.
We were
Aw,
here.
well, goddamn
We
it.
were here.
Yeah, dude.
And the coffee thing brought us down.
I don't
there.
really
Here
say
is-
anything that makes sense.
It's going to go lower because they're going to start putting olive oil in your coffee.
What?
That's
Why?
a hot new Starbucks trend. They
What?
want to start getting olive oil in your coffee.
Then what?
Then it tastes bad? I don't know.
Maybe.
Some
I'm not
people
sure if
like
it tastes
that
bad or
shit.
good. Hey, did you know that you could put coleslaw on a cheese coney and it tastes good?
With the chili?
Yeah.
Where?
On top.
Where?
On top.
Where do you
On top of
buy
the
it?
cheese?
I don't know. Some assholes in a food truck.
Oh.
But yeah, that food truck that was at work the other night, that was one of their options. And someone's like, did it. And they said it was really good. I'm like, okay, well, it's free. So I'm going to try it. You know what I
I've
mean?
put coleslaw on like a barbecue sandwich.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Everybody has. But,
Sure.
I mean, that's what it's meant for.
I think my problem would be then not so much the chili as the cheese.
I'm just
I'm
telling
not
you,
trying to put cheese
I did
on
it and it
Yeah.
tasted good.
Oh, you did it.
Yes. Now, I did it without the bun, but I don't know if that would change the taste per se.
No.
You know, it was chili, hot dog, cheese, and
I did that
sour
deep
Was it
fried one at
Cincinnati
Northside.
chili or was it
Yeah,
real
yeah.
chili?
It was
Yeah.
Cincinnati chili.
Who's out there putting regular chili on hot dogs? That sounds disgusting.
Matt Hudson.
I do too.
Yeah,
That sounds terrible.
Matt Hudson. He gets it from Costco, and he wants us to. It's very un-Cincinnati,
Which
and
part
I don't
comes
like
from
it.
Costco?
It's not good. All
Is
right,
it canned chili?
No, it's in a tub.
A tub chili. It wasn't a good move. He's learned his lesson, I hope.
I don't know. We've had that chili at a lot of functions.
I don't know. I've
But I
seen
don't
a
think
lot
I
of
brought it up
videos of
until-
people preparing food in their
We had the
sinks.
chili. That's fine. And if he would have said, "Hey, we're having chili," and he brought that, I would have been like, "Okay." But he said, "We're having chili dogs." Now we're from Cincinnati. When you say chili dogs, I'm thinking Skyline chili, you know, Gold Star, some kind of Cincinnati
Give me
chili,
some
the
raw
whole working.
onions, sure.
I ain't thinking some shit with some onions and green peppers and beans in it on top of a hot dog. Beans. I don't want beans on my hot dog. Like, fuck you. No, you're grounded.
That sounds nasty. I've seen a lot of videos recently, though. Like, I'm not eating any food anybody brings to work. Not that I go to work anymore, but no more. People.
Are you homeless?
No, I work at home.
Oh, loser.
Yeah, it's great. Home toilet advantage, 100%.
Yeah, that.
How often do you shower?
Not enough.
See, I'm thinking people that work at home don't
Yeah.
shower much.
Yeah.
Just plum forget.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a kingdom of stink puss out there
Yeah.
nowadays.
I have to
I'm thinking that
I have to
sometimes-
shower to go to the gym.
I
See,
agree
I'm
with-
thinking that sometimes you're sitting around and your cooter smells like the dumpster at a Long John Silver's. Because if I'm working
still
at
every
home,
couple of days.
every couple of days though, don't you just feel gross?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't do nothing.
It
At the
doesn't
end
matter
of
if
the
you do anything,
day, I
you
go from
sit.
sitting in this chair, sitting in that chair downstairs.
But the whole time you sit, the cooter and stuff gets squished up and starts to perspire.
I'll bring my
Do you
chair
see
pad
this?
next time, and you can sniff it. Let
I
me know
don't. I
what's
choose
going
not
on
to.
there.
come on,
I choose
sniff
fine.
it.
I'm not sniffing any chairs.
It's fine.
Start. Yeah, I've seen you sniff a chair.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I think you sniffed one of the chairs at work once.
No, I made a joke to Ling that I was going to sniff her chair.
Oh, but you didn't actually go through with it.
Of course not. There's a
Pussy.
butthole on it,
Yeah, but
and I love
Since
butthole
when have
Well,
you
yeah, I
ever
was gonna
turned your
say.
nose up at a butthole?
Yeah.
because I've made it ultimately clear that I'm not getting near the butthole unless you're right out of the tub.
That's fair. You know, I get that.
Sitting there sweating
I mean,
for a
I'm
few
still
hours
not.
isn't right
I'm
out
not,
of the tub.
I'm not.
sweat comes off in one lick. It's only one bad lick.
Oh my God.
Oh.
All right, the first lick sucks, but after that, spit it out and get it on with.
There's also fart residue. And I don't care what you
Again,
say. A
one
fart
lick-
doesn't dissipate in the air.
know.
Particles of it stick to the side of the butt crack.
One lick, it's gone. Just admit it. Your first lick's not going to be good. If you really want,
Quit trying to fucking sell it.
If you really want to, here's a good move. You spit on it and rub it down with your hand a little bit. You know, and get some of that residue off. Clear it off.
Only soap is going to remove the poop residue.
Well, obviously, you don't got the kind of spit I got. All right, because this cleans this shit right up, and you can go right to town.
I don't eat dirty butts. Don't do it.
Snob.
I don't fuck with butts. Unless I'm either too drunk to remember or drunk enough to claim I didn't remember.
You give
I don't fuck
Blumpkins.
with butts.
Your opinion means nothing here. You give
That's not got
Blumpkins.
anything to do with buttholes. That's butthole adjacent at best.
Yeah, she's kind of right.
With a turd coming out of it.
It's a bad environment, but the act itself is unchanged by the pooping.
How far away is any part of your face from that turd?
The worst
3
part of
inches?
that is the
3
porta
inches?
potty.
Well, the chin's closer, but I mean, it's just
3 inches.
Yeah,
It's probably this close.
yeah. If it's a thick
I
turd,
mean,
it might rub.
If it's one of those turds that doesn't break,
Yeah.
it could change direction and it could literally rub you.
If you got a blumpkin from a dude with a big beard, it could get stuck in his beard.
No doubt.
I mean, just for like sake of argument, he could tuck his balls back there, and that would be a natural barrier. But
True.
Then you couldn't get the turd out.
My friend wasn't such a gentleman.
You can't plug up the hole and expect to release the kraken.
Pushing your balls back would plug up your butthole.
Some balls.
Well, I mean, I don't
My
have
balls-
anything in that gap.
Those are some
so I'm
tough
not
balls
sure.
that then go all the way back and plug a butthole up.
Well,
How much nut skin do you have that is getting punched up back there?
Well, I think this whole thing, you're trying to push the emphasis on me because you don't bathe. I do. Okay.
Yeah, if we're gonna get to the brass tacks area, you're dirty. Anyways, what's the next story there, dirty one? Man, are you one of those really, really homeless people that Chris is always talking about?
Not enough doesn't mean never.
Next story,
They're
Stinky.
fucking ass.
I never knew that
Have you ever smelled me?
I never knew taint had a smell, but I smell taint.
You got really offended by when I told you I didn't like scented deodorant.
I got offended?
You were like, "Oh, it's fucking weird." Just as much as you ever do.
Yeah, that's right. I don't really care. It's just selective
So
outrage.
now we got some young kids around in the house. I got this.
I got some young. Hey, what do you got going on your wrist? Is that herpes?
No, won't go away. It's some kind
Yeah,
of,
neither does herpes.
I got cream. It's
What
working
is that? Did
slow.
you get bit by a predator?
Eczema. Some weird,
That is not eczema.
That's not eczema.
That's a weird kind of eczema.
No, that's genital warts.
So my doctor
That's what I was
said he
thinking.
gave me a cream. It's working slow.
Eczema's like flat and like rough. That's
It
genital
was.
warts.
You need to see a doctor.
It was. My doctor gave me the cream.
No, like a real
Steroids.
doctor.
She did
Fuck
one of those
you.
online WebMD things. She gave her the doctor.
just put some witch hazel on it. It'll be
Hey,
fine.
She
A
said to him.
poultice of dandelion roots.
Yeah.
I mean, she called him Dr. Mike. Dr. Mike, does that look like eczema to you?
Well, no, let me
I'll send you some cream.
let me
It
lick
makes me
it.
feel old. I'm starting to think I might start wearing a watch, but it's the wrong hand.
Well, I would do something to cover it up. It's awful looking.
I
Move
would-
on. Next story.
It's fine. So people are too into the TikTok. They want to do
Agreed.
things for the TikTok.
Goddamn Chinese.
Recently, I saw one where the headline said, "Feeding my baby steak for TikTok," and they gave this infant, less than 1 year old child a piece of raw ass steak.
Raw?
It was very rare.
She's trying to raise
You
a coyote.
can't even give honey to a kid under 1. You're not gonna give him raw, basically steak to chew on. Well, this dipshit
That kid's gonna grow up and,
and
take
her
bath
and her
salts and eat a
serviceman
cop.
husband, who's wearing his uniform in the video, they take their toddler and they saran wrap his arms down and just wrap up his whole body in it, and they're laughing and tossing his fucking limp ass body
What?
back and forth.
They're murdering their children?
He lands face down on the bed and he can't breathe, and they're laughing. Huh, it's so funny. It's what you do with your asshole kid.
Ah, dying baby.
Yeah, the people who commented were really concerned, and CPS took their kid away.
Really?
I did watch one funny TikTok
What
video
the
the other
fuck?
day.
Why would you wrap your kid up in saran wrap and throw him around?
That's
And
funny.
then
laugh.
put it on a
And
video.
it's funny.
It's funny.
Hey, kick
They're
little
not
Timmy.
wrapping his head, right? Just his body.
No, it was everything from the neck down. It was pretty.
Yeah, so when he lands,
good
That's called swaddling.
swaddling.
for a
I
3-year-old.
watched this video. This woman was sitting there on the phone, and I don't know why she was recording. Her daughter, who's about 3, comes running in. Mom, can I use a bad word? Apparently, she asked permission if she wants to use a bad word. And her mom said, "What? Can I use a bad word?" And she said, "Okay, 1." And she went, "Give me my toy back, you fucking cunt!" Little 3-year-old girl. I
Really
pissed my
going
pants.
for it.
I pissed my fucking pants. She asked permission. She can't have any repercussions. She asked. And this little girl, the whole point is, and the mom goes,
I mean, you pick
I'm
up
like,
fuck as
I'm
a
not
kid,
laughing if
but-
my 3-year-old says cunt.
I
Yeah,
would've
who's
laughed.
picking up cunt?
I laughed
Your
because
kid would
hers
pick up
did.
cunt.
I would have laughed my ass off, but I mean, at the same time, that would have been like, no, you can't do that. I was actually
You
talking about that with my
fucking
sister
cunt.
today, as Kane's kind of cleaned up his cursing. He was
Has
really
he?
bad there for a little while. I haven't really heard
How
him
about
do
his
it in a while.
racial slurs? Are those gone?
He's allowed.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's black.
So he's allowed to use the N-word?
Yeah, if he wants to. It's up to him.
Does he?
He doesn't. But no, like if he
like
wanted to, it's
Sings
not,
rap.
not
songs
my
all the
place. Not
Well,
my
no,
place to
because
tell him no.
they did take away the gangster rap from him.
time. Oh.
Kind of.
Some of it.
Kind of. So I'm driving an Uber last weekend, and I have this gay fellow in the car. Did I talk about this last week? Not sure. Kane's and me use the same Spotify account, and this is like 12:30 at night, so I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm listening to whatever I was listening to, and all of a sudden, if he switches over to something, it switches over in my car also. So we're driving. I'm almost to Hyde Park, and all of a sudden, where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? The DMX comes on. The first line in that song,
At least he's got
almost-
good taste.
one of the first lines in that song is, "I show no love to homo thugs." And he goes like a whole paragraph about how much he don't like gay people.
And that's blasting with the gay guy in the back
Yeah,
seat?
well, I turned it off right before it got to that,
You
but
knew
I'm
where
just
it
like,
was
what the
headed.
fuck? And it's even weirder because this is 12:31 in the morning Why is my kid at home listening to DMX? Like, what the fuck is going on? But
the one thing I could say is I'm not a crazy rap fan, but I do like some DMX.
I love DMX.
Yeah,
Where did you say you were driving?
Huh?
Like, where was it about in town that this came
I was taking him from the theater district, probably the Righteous Room. They always call it the theater district, but it was too late for a theater show.
across the street from the
Yeah,
theater?
to somewhere in Hyde Park.
Hyde Park, huh?
Yeah.
That's where Cincinnati's recently
Oh,
got found
look at
ourselves
this!
in the
Look
news.
at this! That was a good lead
It
there.
was Hyde Park.
But you wasted 2 seconds of my life describing that ride. No one cared. So you really bored the listeners by
well,
your
I could have
segue.
just listened in the first place because you said it, and then it came together.
Here's what
for
you
me.
should have done. When he said
Telling
cunts
me.
earlier,
Yeah.
you should have. Speaking of cunts, Hyde Park has, there you go. Now that's a segue that we can all get behind.
Okay, I'll work on it.
All right, so speaking of Hyde Park,
Cincinnati's
Cunts.
been in the national news recently with our
Alright.
very own cocaine cat.
Oh, dude, I do love the
That
cocaine cat story.
got it escaped at a traffic stop, and it's
Escape from where?
It was around Hyde Park. It was
No. I mean, a traffic stop. Like, was it in someone's car?
no, I think it was yeah. I want to say I read it was a traffic stop, and the cat got out.
Like, traffic stop is in, like, they're at a red
They got
light, or is
pulled
like it got
over.
pulled over by a cop, and like, next thing you know, a tiger jumps out the car. Well, it's not a tiger, but, it was a decent-sized little cat. My question with this, and maybe you can answer this, Whoopi, why did they test it for cocaine? I understand
don't
it
know.
tested positive for
because-
cocaine, but why are we? Is that our first instinct? Let's get this cat. Well, all right, we got it. Let's make sure he's not on any coke.
I think it's because of
That's
that movie
kinda like
Cocaine
where it
Bear.
goes. You
think
I
it's
think
just because
crazy
of that?
people are
It
feeding
just
their
says,
animals
like,
drugs.
Animal care came to take over this animal. The team ran a drug test in which they determined that Amiri had cocaine in his system.
I mean, did he like show signs? He's fucking growling at everything, talking about his dad
It's
too
a
much.
small cat, but it is big enough to kill you. Why would you give it cocaine?
What kind of cat was this?
Serval?
I couldn't imagine why
Serval?
you would give any kind of cat
It's like
cocaine.
a 40-pound
It's very
little
expensive.
killer machine.
Yeah, it's expensive, and
Yeah.
what? I don't need my cat to do cocaine.
Hey, listen, I'm going to pay $500 for a hooker and give it to
is-
my dog.
The slender feline made its escape after its owner
Of course
was
he's
pulled
slender. He's
over
on
by
coke.
police.
It's hard to eat on coke.
According to local animal control officers, it leapt from the car into a tree.
To a redwood. Fucking leapt 800 feet straight up in the fucking air.
Sitting up there, have I told you about my father? Fucking
I mean, I
horrible
have a lot of
cocaine.
questions too. Like, why is this cat in the car with you? Why is it not in a cat cage? It's a killer. Like, a 40-pound cat can kill you.
I almost got in a car wreck because I had a cat in the car. I was picking up a cat for Lucas and Christy. This was a long, long time ago.
Just a kitty cat?
Yeah, just a kitty cat, and the motherfucker got loose in the car and it went under my brake pedal. And I didn't know he was
Oh,
under there. I
shit.
was like, "Where's this cat?" And then I had to
not good.
stop and I hit the brake, and I had the cat's like, "Man!" And, I'm fucking freaked out.
Well, it's his own fault for getting under there.
Yeah, but I didn't want to die over that dumb cat.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. If there was a matter of a fucking truck laying its brakes on, that cat's gone.
I don't
Sorry.
remember that cat's name. Well, not important, but they had that cat forever.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, whatever. Not
A lot
important.
of cocaine news, though, as I was like scrolling through
As there
things.
should be.
It's making a
there's
comeback.
There's
Good.
a lot hanging out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
So I think it was off the coast of France and then off the coast of New Zealand. Both they found huge caches of floating cocaine just out in the ocean. And to find two like that by happenstance in such a short time, it makes me think there's an awful lot of cocaine floating around in the ocean.
course
waiting for
there is.
There's a ton.
waiting for
it to
their
get picked up,
traffickers
yeah.
to pick it up.
Yeah.
I think we need to get a boat because I think.
Well,
it's
here's the
like
problem,
fishing.
though.
What are you
Here's
going
the
to do with all
problem,
that cocaine?
Believe me, when
bet
that
I could find
cocaine
someone
gets
to sell
dropped,
it.
when that cocaine gets dropped by the one boat, because I watched something on this too.
Or the plane.
Then boats come in to pick it up. It's watched by somebody. And if me and you go out in a
I'll
little
will it up.
tugboat, we're getting shot in the fucking head.
Yeah, Pedro's going to
Okay,
kill your whole
yeah.
family.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
even if they can't get to us right at that minute, they're going to follow us and find out where we live, and then everyone we
It's
live gets
just
a
an
Mexican
air tag
fucking
or
bow tie.
something.
What would you do? Let's just say this in general.
3.5 tons.
Well, Jesus Christ. But let's not even go with 3.5 tons. Let's say you
20
found
pounds.
$2 million worth of cocaine. All right, it just somehow landed in your lap. What would you do? Would you fuck with it? Or would you hand it over to the police to see and make sure you didn't get in trouble? Or would you try, knowing that if you got busted, $2 million worth of cocaine, you're going to do some time in fucking jail? Now, you can offload it pretty quickly, probably, for a very low price, but you got to find someone.
See, I'm thinking that would probably be the route I'd take. Hey,
Yep.
I got $2 million worth of cocaine. Give me $100,000 and take it off my hands.
That's
I
kind of
bet we know someone right now.
We do know
who
someone
might be
who
able to help
who
us
could
out.
come up with $100,000 of cash.
for cocaine.
Yeah. $2 million
Or at
worth
least
of coke.
someone
We
who
know
knows
people who
someone.
know someone
We're not that far removed
that could
from
get us
someone who would.
100,000.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm through the grapevine. I don't know if I know anybody directly.
Well, no, but I don't
yeah.
care if it's through the grapevine. Just get it out of here as quick as you can and give me a little bit of fucking money.
Where
and
But
then-
see,
these days
the more
they're
people that's
putting
involved, the more
horse-
dangerous that is. You know what I mean? So if you're asking so-and-so...
because it might belong to
find a
them.
guy.
Or somebody
Well,
they know.
I'm just take that out of it. I'm just looking at like the cop factor. You know, you're asking, let's say you ask somebody that you think has a connection. Now, let's say that guy's already being watched. You know, like I've told you, my cop friend says a lot of people that we work with are being watched. So, you know, it's
Where do we?
what
want
if they're already
people
being
to-
watched? Now they know, like, there's okay. Well, what do you? This guy has fucking $2 million worth of coke he's trying to sell. It doesn't matter to them how much money you're getting out of it. They're just looking at the amount. You know, so
Very true.
You can
All I
drop
know
it
is
off in a place where you want a lot of people to die.
all I know is I'm definitely
They'd be
making
like,
a dollar
"Oh, free
off of it,
cocaine!"
right? I'm going to turn a profit off this, right?
Yeah.
I'm not just going to hand it back
I
to
mean
the cops.
something, but
Keeping it.
I'm
Keto.
doing it
Keeping
with.
it
I want it out of my possession.
I'm getting
as
skinny.
fast as possible.
Jason's on a fucking diet
I'll
over
get-
here.
I guess what I would do is I would go to one of
working out well, guys.
the grapevine people that we know about that I probably know a little better than the others and say, hey, do you know anybody? I got
Yeah,
this,
no,
you
I'm
know.
going to my most trusted drug dealer that I can think of, and you know, there's a couple that pop off my head. I maybe give an ask or two, but I'd still be nervous as
Put
fuck.
some feelers out.
Yeah, get some
Well,
feelers out
but
there.
I'd be
what's
just as
going
nervous
on.
with $2 million worth of cocaine sitting in my closet. I'd be just as
I
fucking
wouldn't
nervous.
because why are they going to my house
Yeah, I
looking for
don't know
cocaine?
if I would.
You know what I mean? Like I'm
Why
not.
did it end up in your lap?
Well, let's say you found it on the street. I don't know. I that part I'm not. You know, I get what you're saying that you're afraid of the cartel or somebody else that actually had it in their
Yeah.
setup. But taking that out of the equation, and if you're just talking about law enforcement,
But I
wouldn't
tell
be
you
worried
what
about
I
it.
wouldn't do if, let's say, hypothetically,
I ain't
was
selling half grams.
I was on a fishing
Oh,
boat
fuck.
and I'm out in the middle of the ocean fishing, and this big fucking bag floated up next to the boat. I'm not picking that up.
I
I'd
am.
probably try to feed it to
I'm
my
not.
cats.
I'm 100% picking it up.
And my large
I'm not.
exotic animals.
I'm
See
just
what
not
they
fighting
do.
if they want it back. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter if you're fighting or not. If you have their cocaine, you're dead. You're fucking dead.
You don't know if it's
Those
their
cartels,
cocaine.
dude, they don't fuck around.
They're very professional these days.
I'm a
they
good
just want their
talker.
drugs.
I mean, I'm not good. I can't say words well, but I'm a good at talking people out of things.
Well, do you speak Spanish?
No.
Well, then
That's
you're
gonna be an
dead.
issue. I know a couple. You know,
Baño,
I know some Puerto Ricans.
You know, the whole thing about it is drugs have always terrified me to be in possession of them.
Drugs are bad.
Well, no, just
Okay.
because I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah, I am.
And I remember one time my sister was ill in Arizona. Marijuana was
Gave her a lot of
100%.
cocaine.
Marijuana
she
was
jumped from the car into a
100% illegal. You know, in Arizona, the laws are real strict about drugs because you're right next to Mexico, blah, blah, blah. Well, she was very sick and she needed some weed. And she asked me, I called my guy up, would you go pick it up? And I went and picked up 2 ounces. It's a big bag. And let me tell you, I pulled somewhere very fucking, nobody was watching me, but I pulled somewhere on the side of the fucking road. I wrapped it in a blanket and a towel and everything I could fucking hide it in and shoved it under a bunch of shit in my trunk because I was terrified that I was going to get stopped on the way to my sister's and they were going to find it and I was going to
What was the punishment for 2 ounces of weed then? I mean, like
Back then you were
Shit,
going
prison.
to in
Oh,
Arizona.
in Ohio and even like the early
Been
2000s,
decriminalized.
2 ounces of weed was still a ticket.
In Arizona,
Oh,
I would have
100
done.
It was up to 100 grams. Yeah.
In Arizona, I would have done 3 to 6 months at Tent City.
So when I used to pick up weed for a little while off of a guy, he'd give it to me in 90-gram bags, and I would just make a couple trips. And the whole point was, okay, well, if I get pulled
Yeah.
over, I'm never going to get more than a ticket. A little paranoid, and I stopped doing it after a little while. Just like, whatever, I'll take my chances. But either way, I've got pulled over by a cop with a pound of weed in my car. I would have probably gotten a decent amount of trouble then.
Can't you smell a pound of weed?
Yeah, it was shitty weed. This was
Oh.
back in the day. This was fucking old school brick shit weed. It was in Clifton, and
Those days are gone.
all I did
forever.
was I was paranoid, but I just played dumb with the cop right away. She's it was a lady cop
It was in
downtown.
the trunk.
It was under my seat, I believe. Maybe. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. It was somewhere in the back. But as soon as she pulled me over, I was like, yeah, I know. I'm a fucking idiot. I ran that red light. Please just give me a ticket. And she laughed, and she's like, I ain't going to give you a ticket. Be more careful. And then she let me go.
Love that.
And that was
They
it.
love that when you
They
tell them
love
what
when
you
you
did.
come out and demean
I
yourself right
got
away.
me.
This guy fucking moron here. You know?
True story.
I saw
A
you
good buddy
there.
of mine in Arizona in the late 80s when cocaine got really cool and fashionable. Hey, you need to buy an 8-ball. 8-ball. Got to have an 8-ball.
What is an 8-ball?
3.5 grams.
An eighth.
Oh,
So an eighth of weed is an eighth of
So-
weed. And
Who did
cocaine.
weed math for me?
Yeah,
And at
weed
the
math
time-
is an eighth.
At the time, in the late 80s, an 8-ball was $350. It was $100 a gram.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. Well, my buddy was buying it regularly. Did it a couple times. He fucking loved it. He goes, "This is my new thing of choice," you know. And he was a clean cut, normal
My
dude.
favorite drug.
And the guy said to him, the guy who he bought the coke from, said, "Hey, if you take this package and meet this guy to pick it up, he's going to take it off your hands. I will give you an ounce of cocaine."
Oh, Jesus.
God.
Okay.
That has to be a pretty big package, too, if you're getting an ounce for free.
A lot of risk,
or maybe
though.
it was a half ounce. He was going to give him like $1,000 worth of cocaine or something. Like
Well, if we're
a big
looking at
bag of
$100 a
cocaine.
gram, what was that? So a half ounce would be what?
Yeah, but the price goes down
14.
in bulk.
Yeah, so you're looking at about 1,400. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
the bottom
probably, it was
line
probably
is-
about a half ounce.
So he said, "Hey, I'm going to give you this. All you got to do this. You're going to pull up to this fucking stoplight or the stop sign. Here, this guy is going to come. He's going to jump in the back seat of the car. He's going to hand you an envelope. You hand him this bag, and you go on your way." He goes, "I do it with this guy 3 or 4 times a year." He says, "Okay, I'll do it." He fucking drives downtown Phoenix, real shit neighborhood. He pulls up to a fucking stop sign.
Mhm.
2 guys get in, not one. He had a guy in the front seat with him, but 2 guys get in the back, and they said, "Hey, what's up, man? What's up, man?" And he goes, "Nothing." And he hands him the bag.
Nothing.
He hands him the bag.
You
He's
tell
terrified.
me, I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
He's terrified, but what was going to happen is he was going to hand the guy the bag. The guy was going to hand him an envelope. They were both going to get out of the fucking car, and he was going to go. Hands him the bag. Click, click, gun on the back of his fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
He said, blah, blah, blah. This, I guess, is for, whatever. He said, "You ain't getting shit, blah, blah, blah. Don't fucking ever come back here again, whatever, fucking." And they got out of the car. He quit doing cocaine instantly. He never fucking did it again. But he said, it was only supposed to be one time. I was going to get all these free drugs, and there was a fucking gun at my head. And he said, I was 100% sure I was getting killed because they already had the drugs. I just had the balls to ask the guy for that envelope full of money,
Yeah.
which the guy was not going to give you. And he goes, why do you have to pull a gun on me if he wasn't going to give me the money? Just get out of the fucking car.
Right.
You know
You
what I mean?
ever had a gun pulled on you?
I had a gun pulled on.
I've had it happen twice.
I've had it once, and it's pretty surreal.
Yeah.
It was pointed right at my face.
I felt like both times I never felt like I was going to get shot, though. I
Um,
just never really felt in danger, even though there was a gun in my face.
Was it one of your crazy friends?
No. Once was one down in Clifton. Me and Tom Fry were waiting outside of this guy's house
Tell me about him.
to beat him up. And the guy never came, but some guy came down the street and said that he owns this street and this is his street and put his gun in our face and made us get out. And we're just like, all right, you can have it. You know, but it was more, I felt like he was more show. I don't think he was just going to shoot us just for being on the street. You know
I
what
didn't
mean?
think this guy was going to shoot me, per se, when he did it. But it was like from me to Whoopi, and it could have went off,
Yeah.
So I basically backed away slowly, and he was in his car.
Yeah.
And when I was a bouncer at a bar, I fucking kicked this guy out, and he was mouthing off, so I walked to his car like a tough guy.
All right. You win.
Pass, friend.
See you later.
Yeah, but the one time that happened, I was thinking to myself, fuck, I could have died there. I really could have died just there. So, don't act like a tough guy asshole, ever. And B, this job
you're
is not
not.
for you. And 3 weeks later, I wasn't a bouncer anymore.
All right. Well, you probably should have died, but we got to get to the next segment.
I don't want to die.
Oh, yeah.
I found I had too much self-worth for this game, is what I learned last time.
You have too much self-worth?
Yeah.
We'll find out. What you got?
You know what? Your self-worth doesn't equate here.
Does it?
No.
Okay.
Because money is, we're talking,
Well, just tell me.
I
Just
think
tell me.
Jason goes too high sometimes.
How homeless is he?
This guy's not homeless. This guy
Super
is.
homeless.
This guy is a.
Oh.
This one's very simple. But the reason that I thought about this one is because I actually saw somebody on one of these websites advertising this very thing. And, Alex, where's the cab?
I'm getting a little turned on. It's inappropriate.
Well, right now, Harry guy's watching this and jacking off. Well, he will be.
I look good on camera.
All right, so this guy comes to you. Hey, Whoopi, want to talk to you? I listen to the show. I'm a regular listener.
$500,000.
See, you can't, this one won't be. My wife and I, he's a regional manager of some big company. So let's say he makes
Dunder Mifflin.
150 grand. This isn't Warren Buffett we're talking here. He's got a good living. Him and his wife are kinky. They just started exploring the different fetishes and kinks, and they came across this thing called human toilet. So they want you to come to their house. You're going to lay on this mattress covered in plastic sheets, and they're going to use you as a toilet for 24 hours. They're going to shit on you. They're going to pee on you whenever they want. And 24 hours later, you get to leave with the cash. Okay?
Just like a hard no. It's a hard pass.
There's no passing in this
There's no
game.
passing.
There's got to be a price.
Now, they're not going to go, this time I'm going to get it in his face. You know, they're just going to squat over you wherever and take dumps and piss all over you for 24 hours. And you can't wipe any of it off. You lay there in this pool of... now, think about it. How many times do you shit in a day? Me? Once? So I'm only probably going to shit on you once.
Well, and your
But I'm going to pee on you.
Gravel,
I'm going to pee on you 10 times. I'm going to pee on you 10, 12 times.
Yeah, I pee a lot.
I do
10
too.
of them are
Especially
overnight.
recently. I'm doing 100 ounces of water a day
what's
at the
your
very
price?
minimum. So I'm
Very
I'm a
attractive
peeing man.
couple. Nice home. They're not really homeless people or anything. Their buttholes are clean.
So just 24 hours of people shitting and pissing on me.
Yeah, the same two people.
The same two people.
Yeah. And you laying in it.
I got to lay in there shit and piss for a day.
Yeah. Now, some of it's going to hit your face. It's going to hit everywhere.
50.
50 grand?
Yeah.
You're going
50,000.
to at least have to pay off my house.
Really?
See, I'm going half. I'm going 25 grand.
25 grand.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's only $100,000.
I could probably talk. If you put 25 hard cash in my face, you can shit on me.
Because you know what? Because this is something that's going to be gross.
Maybe only 16
But in
hours.
24 hours, you're taking a shower. It's done. And you've
And
got cold
they're
hard
sleeping.
Once the
Yeah.
pee and shit is cold, it really changes the dynamics. Of the
No, it
equation for
doesn't.
me.
It comes.
For
I
me.
think it's worse when it comes out of the cavity nice and warm. I think that's worse.
It's cozy.
No, I think it's worse.
Well, most turds are going to slip off. They're not going to stand. You
Yeah.
can move a little bit. We can go a little turd off me.
What's fiber intake
You
like in
know.
this household?
We don't know. And for all we know, these people, since they have a human toilet coming over, they might be
Human toilet.
taking
Saving it up.
supplements to
Oh, they're big into this.
Yeah,
so they're
yeah,
going to
they-
enjoy their shit.
Right,
Yeah.
you're saying like how many times
diuretics.
do
I
they
mean,
go
it could
in
be
a day,
they
but
could
they're
be
gonna-
squeezing cheese on you. We don't know.
They're gonna eat like 4 lasagnas a day.
The whole
before.
point is, in 24 hours time, and I'm not ingesting anything, I've got 25 grand.
Can I wear goggles?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can't cover your mouth.
No, I just like those swimmer's goggles, the
Yeah,
little
you can
tiny
wear
ones.
you can wear welder's goggles.
Yeah, or like what you'd wear into a fucking tanning bed.
But being the human toilet, I mean, chances are that the woman might come in the first time, squat over your chest. The next time she might pee on your dick. You're nude. Third time it might be around the neck and face area. You don't know. But for me, I don't care where it is. I've got $25,000 at the end of it.
Yeah.
That's my price.
Just seems low.
No, you gave a Blumpkin for free.
That was
for love.
That was an expression of my heart.
Well, how'd that turn out?
Not great. I'm
Most,
very,
most
don't-
love fails.
I don't be vulnerable anymore like that.
Love don't got a good batting average.
No,
Sometimes
Love
you
don't
get-
cost a thing.
I left my heart in that porta potty.
Mine was in San Francisco. Give a number, bitch.
I told you, you're gonna have to at least pay off my house.
What is that?
Like 90,000.
All right, 90,000 for her.
That's so
50
much.
for me.
25.
25 for you. Not a bad thing.
What's
you
your
gotta,
price?
I already said 50.
No, I'm talking to the camera.
What's
I'm pointing to the listener.
price?
Because 25 grand
Comment
to
down
me,
below, like and subscribe. Click the bell.
You got a fuck you or an asshole. We'll end with either.
I have a fuck you.
All right. Oh, that's not fuck you. It's not 3. Fuck, where am I at? Oh, it's F3.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Fuck you! Mine is to Brown County, Ohio.
Brown County, everybody.
I'm
fuck
on board.
you. I
without
already hate
hearing
them.
Anything else?
Yep.
Fuck you, Brown County.
Because you know what? Look, before you get started, as much as I hate the West Side, once you get past the Amelia East, I hate that too, just as much.
See, my whole family
Just
lives
the
in
other
Brown
edge of
County.
Amelia.
Georgetown is
I'm
Brown
into it.
County.
Huh?
Georgetown is Brown County, where most of my
Yeah,
family lives
fuck
in.
that area.
I was
But
there
this fucking,
yesterday.
let me just tell you what happened.
Why?
This was on the news, and you
Mine
probably
was on
heard
hold.
about it. Now, first of all, I am not giving any fucking leeway to this crazy bitch. I'm not doing it. But
Oh, she wants your.
I'm gonna
leeway, though,
blame.
bad.
I'm gonna blame Brown County. You're talking about, from what I've seen of Brown County, and I've been out there a billion times because my family's in Georgetown.
Sorry. From us neighbors in Claremont, sorry.
Just
bummer.
your typical small town. There's some farms out there. You know what I mean? You're not talking a growing Acropolis or anything like that. This woman,
got
single mother,
Dollar General.
has 4 or 5 children. Okay. Something happens. She loses her job. I don't know what exactly it is. And they basically say, hey, you and all of your children got to get out. Which first I hate. Now, if you're a deadbeat who doesn't pay your bills, I get it. But you're talking a single mother who's got 4 or 5 children to raise. How much time does she really have to work? And there's got to be something can be done to help this woman stay in her home. So basically, they tell her, fuck you. You're being evicted. Well, this woman just loses it. This is just in the news this week. Loses it, and she's a crazy bitch.
Oh no.
Shot all of her children in the head,
Oh yes.
and then killed herself.
Oh, that's rude of her.
One of her kids.
One kid survived, a 20-year-old kid.
Yeah, I heard about this.
So now there's
They were getting evicted or something, right?
Yeah, they were getting evicted. And they were coming to this woman with all of her children. It's like, where are we going to go? What are we going to eat? There's going to be any fucking roof over our head. The whole point is I'm saying, now eviction is sometimes a required thing. You got a guy with a decent job. He just doesn't want to pay his rent. This is a woman with 4 or 5 kids. There's got to be some kind of fucking thing in place.
We'll die before we live in an apartment.
Well, I don't think she even had the money for that. You know what I mean? This was not a big house. The whole point is, now they have to have a GoFundMe for this 20-year-old girl who got shot in the head by her mother
Has no
and now has
family
$250,000 to $300,000 in medical bills that she's responsible for.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, she could say no, but the
Yeah,
whole point
I
is
pay no medical
she
bills.
also has no family, and she's
Remember that kid?
fuck.
Wasn't
up.
it the grandpa too?
yeah.
Is this the same story?
Yeah, there was kids.
Grandpa too.
She shot everybody.
Who shoots Grandpa?
I know how you feel about grandpa.
Son
She
of
shot
a
her
bitch.
dad. She shot her dad and her kids,
Uh-huh.
and then shot herself because oh my God, what the fuck are we
How
gonna do?
many adults is that they can't?
The one that survived was 20.
Yeah.
I think they went as low as 14 or 13
Well, I mean
or
that's
whatever.
mom, and then grandpa. Well, let's assume grandpa.
And then I
could
believe
do
3
something.
kids because there was 5 people total.
Were the kids retarded? I mean, 20-year-old kid can take care of their damn selves. They don't need
She
their
goes
mom to have a good
NKU.
job.
I think maybe
She's a student.
maybe they were sleeping.
no, I'm not.
I didn't hear that part.
Are they retarded? No, they're just asleep.
Well,
That's
yeah,
why they're not answering your question.
That's why they didn't fight back. They were on saran
You can
wrap.
take care of
Whole time I
yourself,
thought
but
they
not
were
right
retarded.
away.
Yeah, I got
I
you.
mean, you don't have a place to sleep for the
No,
next
I'm
month
just saying,
until
like,
you get a
I
job.
couldn't imagine if I was the mother thinking it was such dire situation because they're getting evicted when they got a 20-year-old, they got a grandpa, they can figure that shit out.
Well, if
And
Grandpa
either
was
way-
living with them, then maybe Grandpa was an old.
And either
senile
way,
man.
guy-
Do they have a car?
Yeah, but that means he's probably got a Social Security income. We can figure this out.
Yeah.
My basic point is, if you're a parent out there, live in your car before you kill them. You know, give a couple different chances.
yeah,
Kids love camping.
woman's
Take
an
them
Kill
camping.
yourself.
Woman's an
They'll go
asshole.
to the
Yeah, if you want to
system.
kill yourself,
Woman's
that's
an
fine.
asshole. The whole point is that you got this fucking little small county government says, hey, this woman and her kids and fucking elderly dad, they gotta go.
Well, this is basically happening to my sister right now in Brown County.
Brown County's kicking them out.
Not yet. She lives in a rental home, and with the housing market the way it is, her landlord wants to take advantage and kick that. So they're raising their rent over $300 a
It's
month,
everywhere.
which
That
is
is everywhere.
absolutely
insane.
insane.
So she's had to apply to Brown County and to the state for like housing assistance and shit, just so this turd can rent out this piece of shit house and make more money.
Yeah, but they got a sister to live with. They can come live with you.
No.
You would say no to
They
your
can
sister?
live in my car.
You'd say no to your
They
family.
can live in my backyard.
Oh, nice. Kids love camping.
They can use my bathroom.
And kids
From
love
their
to get
tent.
rained on.
From
And
their
they love the
tent.
cold.
Tent. There's tents.
They
Yeah,
got
tents with heaters in them.
other grandpas and
It's
stuff.
getting warm outside now.
How are you going to buy that
Not
tent?
today. It's a little cold, but
They
you
do
know.
like to camp and fish.
We'll let you go in the garage.
You got a pond in your backyard?
No, but they can live at the Pay Lake.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm
Not
sure the
bad.
Pay Lake would love to have a
Just like
fucking
rent.
family squatting there.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got to pay to fish. You definitely have to pay to live. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
All right.
Hey, pay no attention to
My fuck you is to the state of Ohio. Our weed license expires tomorrow. It takes like 2 weeks to get it back in the system. It's a pain in the ass. Just make the shit fucking legal. Just give me my goddamn drugs. What do I need to jump through hoops
He
for?
said weed's a drug.
I have
He
no
said weed's a
weight.
drug.
I've never not said weed's a drug. I just
Earlier today, you said weed's not a drug.
No, my point was alcohol's a drug too.
It's not a big D
Hey, everybody,
drug.
rewind. Hit
It's not a-
rewind on
it's
your
not a
fucking
big
button.
No, but if you rewind it and went back, you'd realize that I was saying that it's equivalent to alcohol. So you giving your father beers is equivalent to giving me my father weed. Like
What
I
I'm
look at it
saying
the
is the
same way.
words did come out of your mouth. Weed is not a
It's
drug.
not a real drug. It's not the
It's
good
not
drugs.
a real drug. Yeah.
It's not the good drugs.
Tylenol's
So give
a
Jason
drug.
his fake drug.
All I want is my. I just want some weed, guys. I mean, what are we doing here?
So-
Gonna get
But
high.
couldn't
gonna
you
get it
apply
anyways.
for it before it expired?
Yeah, but sometimes I'm a last minute guy, and so is she, and we just haven't got it done yet, and then it's a process,
Oh,
and
I
they
was gonna
take
say,
forever
I just
to.
like have a call and
They,
a website.
yeah, but then it takes forever for the system to update. Sometimes up to 3 weeks. It did last time for my caregiver license.
I've not had that.
Well, look at me. I'm Whoopi. I got no fucking problems. I'm
See,
perfect.
that's
Check out
just-
my hair.
That makes no sense to me because when I got my weed card, I got it in like an hour.
Hey, what? You got to fuck you? Oh, your hair looks good now too.
Hey, hairy girl.
hairy girl.
Mine's boring. Mine's just political. Fuck Tucker Carlson. What's new?
Why now? I mean,
Because
she's got a cool haircut.
Kevin McCarthy,
Who?
the House leader, decided to release all of this unreleased footage of January 6th only to Fox News,
Yeah.
so that the story would only go out in one way, which happens to be
Okay.
the way that's made up fantasy.
Who cares?
Well, because it's
Only idiots argue
and the-
over
and the-
January 6th still.
And the Dominion voting whatever lawsuit has also released all these text messages from these people over at Fox, and it's honestly, it was the best I could have hoped for, is that they secretly knew what they were doing was wrong and hated Donald Trump and hated like playing into all of this narrative, but did it anyway.
I'll give you Tucker Carlson's a cunt, but
Hey, real quick, before you do any of that
Yeah.
you're about to do,
Yeah.
I did come up with an asshole just now.
Okay.
Even though I got to go, I got an asshole.
All right, hurry it up there, buddy.
My ultimate asshole of the week this week is Mike Pence.
He's always an asshole.
Always an asshole.
Daddy.
This guy has virtually no credibility in not only politics but in life. This week he decided to come public and just start ripping the shit out of Trump, saying what a fucking crazy person he is with the Capitol attacks and all that.
missed that.
Trump did this. He instigated all this.
Sure.
Motherfucker, you rode his coattails to get yourself into the fucking White House, and you praised him, what a great fucking guy he is, and you tried to shove him down our throats. And now, because you have no intentions of trying to get back in the White House, I don't know what your agenda is,
Sure
but now
he's
you're gonna
gonna
fucking Pence.
Sure.
Oh, he's gonna run.
He's a hero. He never left the Capitol.
Yeah.
He did
He's
what
got
it
no
took.
chance of winning.
He
No,
told
of course
Trump
you don't
to
have a chance
suck
of winning,
his
but
But
dick.
the
he'll
whole
run.
point is, Donald Trump was the greatest thing that ever happened to this country when he was vice president. And all of a sudden, now he's going to come out to fucking further his own political
Well,
It's
agenda.
anybody
all
that
the
believed
same-
him
it's the
then is
same-
just as dumb as believing
That's
him
what
now.
I'm
It's
saying.
all shit.
That's my whole point is
cares?
nobody believes you
You
fuckhead.
fucking weirdo. This guy can't be in the same room as women without his wife there. Fucking weirdo.
Mother says I can't go to dinner with you.
Yeah, he calls his wife mother.
Mother?
That guy's, he creeps me up.
I find something erotic about that.
We got to get out of here,
So
though.
does he.
Whoopi.
Yeah.
I heard something real fucked up I want to address before we leave.
Oh my.
So, there's this little girl.
It's all true.
I know it is.
Oh, God.
That's what's fucked up. That's what's fucked up.
Whoa.
Huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I heard about what you did. The little girl with leukemia stole her medicines.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure did.
She died.
Oh, no.
All right. You fucking happy about that? You fucking murderer.
What do you think?
You can kindly fuck off.